Coming up on Local News 8 at 5, evacuations are underway as the Lava Slide wildfire continues to wreak havoc. Plus, the CDC meets today to determine the future of Johnson & Johnson's vaccine. And a family in New England hits the jackpot while treasure hunting. Local News 8 at 5 starts right now.
You're watching Local News 8 at 5 in the morning. Local people, local news.
Good morning and thanks so much for waking up with us. I'm Linda Larson. We'll get to your headlines in just a minute, but first let's get a quick check of your weather. Hey, good morning, Jeff.
Good morning, Linda. Can you see some of this smoke that
Wow.
is just still in our area because of that fire and other fires in the area? We're reaching that season again where things get to be hazy and you can just pick it up on the cameras. You probably sense it in your eyeball zone as well here. 35 degrees into Idaho Falls. It feels like it's about 30, and the sun will be up this morning just after 6:30, and that little breeze out of the north at 6 will be a contributing factor to, do I look okay? Will be a contributing factor to the next system that will be cruising through here and is going to shake things up. Do you feel that thunderstorm that was in Firth? I hope that helped the fire last night with some of the moisture. It was a real quick one. It upset everybody's dog and didn't know what to think. Everybody goes, it's thundering. Yes, we told you this could happen. It's a backdoor cold front. Just, you know, when people come to the back door, it's either they brought you food or I don't know who that is. I'm scared. So which one is it? It was the latter of the two. We were spooked by that. Several miles an hour with variable winds to begin the morning around here today. We will see some sunshine. We will be in the 40s when the kids hit the bus stop at about 8 o'clock. And at noontime, we'll be headed toward the 60s today, where we'll peak in the lower 60s. And we'll talk about thunderstorm chances for the spring weekend ahead. Stay with us. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks so much, Jeff. Our top story this morning, like Jeff said, fire crews are working tirelessly to make sure that the Lava Slide fire stays away from homes near Firth. Take a look at those flames. Some high winds help fuel the growth of the fire, increasing to nearly 1,200 acres, prompting the Bingham County Sheriff's Office to start evacuating the area.
We have a code red. We send an alert to everybody's phone that's signed up. And then we had officers go door to door and tell people, look, you need to leave. The fire's going to come. Obviously, we had some people stay, thought they could defend their home with their sprinkler systems and other things like that. We couldn't force them to leave.
The Red Cross set up an evacuation center at A.W. Johnson Elementary School on the east side of town, farther away from the fire.
Even in the midst of all of the chaos and craziness of the world, to know that people can come together and work together for the good of everybody, that's really heartening.
Community donated so many supplies that the Sheriff's Office had to ask people to stop their post on Facebook, claiming that they received more than what they can actually use, thanking all of those who were able to donate. Animals are also being rescued from the flames. This video was shared to us by our former anchor Carol Honus. She's temporarily housing these animals for friends who live near the fire. But she also tells us that those friends were not able to get every animal off of their property. And helicopters are also being called in action to fight the flames. The BLM is reminding people not to fly their drones if they see a helicopter working in the area. It could force the helicopter to land for safety reasons, giving up needed time to fight that fire. The BLM is also asking people to hold off from any spring burning right now. The fire is currently 25% contained. Chubbuck Police Chief William Guberson has earned the Post Executive Certificate from Idaho Peace Officers Standard and Training. It is the highest certificate awarded to peace officers in Idaho. A Chubbuck and Pocatello native, Guberson began his career with the Idaho Department of Correction Women's Correctional Center. He joined the Chubbuck Police Department as a patrol officer in 1997 and was ultimately sworn in as chief in 2017. Congratulations. START Transit Director Darren Bergman is retiring. He has served the town of Jackson since 2015 after 25 prior years of public transportation service in Washington State. Brugman says that his departure will come at some point during the summer as he helps the town and county transition to a new director. A nationwide search is being launched to fill that position. And California State and University of California are planning to make coronavirus vaccinations mandatory for all students and faculty members who access the campus. The two schools enroll and employ more than 1 million students and employees across 33 major university campuses. The University of California is also saying if a student is not vaccinated or able to receive a vaccination shot, an approved exception or medical exemption will be required before coming on campus. This morning, CDC officials will have a meeting to determine the future of the Johnson & Johnson one-shot vaccine. It's coming as the nation is currently experiencing a slowdown in vaccinations fueled by people hesitant about the vaccine. ABC's Ike Ajatsi has the latest from Washington.
This morning, a CDC advisory panel will decide if it's safe for Americans to continue receiving Johnson & Johnson's single-shot vaccine.
We need to make a decision quickly, and I'm really hopeful that we'll be able to use the vaccine soon.
7 million doses administered, then paused after 6 women developed extremely rare blood clots. The panel will either decline to make a decision until it has more data or resume injections immediately, with the label warning of adverse reactions. If resumed, the U.S. would be joining Europe, where health officials decided days ago that the benefits outweigh the risks. More than 134 million Americans have received at least one dose, 52% of all adults. However, it appears some Americans are weary of the vaccines. Across the country, fewer people are rushing to get immunized. For the first time since April 6th, the daily average of shots in arms have fallen below 3 million doses a day.
Vaccines don't equal vaccinations. So we've got to get people, to vaccination clinics. We've got to get them to talk to their doctor to answer their questions and ultimately get vaccinated, because that's how we're going to protect ourselves and our families.
The Census Bureau releasing this graph showing adults hesitant about the COVID-19 vaccine. The areas in darker blues show where Americans are resisting the vaccine the most. From coast to coast, vaccine appointments remain unfilled, like this vaccination site in Fresno, California.
When 16 and older opened, which we opened 2 weeks ago, I did expect a rush, and it never materialized.
In Boston, health officials setting aside 20,000 doses for Black and brown communities.
We know that the Latinx, Hispanic community is lagging behind. We need to share information. We need to make it easy for them to make an appointment to get vaccinated, and that's what we're doing.
The CDC advisory panel will meet today. A decision should be made before the day is over. Ike Ajatsi, ABC News, Washington.
When we return, see what this family found while treasure hunting in their attic. Jeff.
Find something in my attic, aside from the dark. Yeah, my Pocatello camera is down right now this morning. I know the lights are out. Here's Jackson, where things are chilly this morning, and we've got some more storms to talk about. I'll let you know about their arrival, kind of like your relatives when they come for the weekend. How long they're going to be there, I'll tell you.
There's never been a better time to design the furniture of your dreams at Blackers. Build your room with Blackers' team of pros and customize your space today. In Idle Falls, Blackfoot, and at blackers.com.
I embrace getting older. I'm so much more confident now, but I don't love that as I age, I could develop gum issues.
New Colgate Renewal reverses early gum damage for a beautiful, revitalized smile.
I can't wait to see what comes next.
Reverse early gum damage with new Colgate Renewal.
Why choose Invisalign over other aligners?
Only Invisalign treatment uses Smart Track technology.
It moves teeth more comfortably and predictably than ordinary aligners.
So I could create custom treatment plans for every smile.
When Costa Vida has a burrito special, you know it's time for a fresh escape. For just $6 for just 4 days, get your Costa Vida sweet pork burrito made fresh the way you want it. Costa Vida has more locations where delicious tortillas are made right now as you order them than anyone else around. Grab that fresh tortilla around crisp, healthy ingredients the way you choose. Get your $6 sweet pork burrito in Pocatello, Idaho Falls, and Rexburg. And get them before Saturday for that special low price. Make your fresh escape. Costa Vida.
Dear 2023, we look forward to seeing you. After our 160-point quality assurance inspection, we'll be Toyota certified used vehicles with 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranties. Not to honk our own horns, but the best new cars make the best used cars. Yours, Toyota. Get 2.99% APR on all Toyota certified used Camry, Corolla, RAV4, and 4Runner models. Find yours at toyotacertified.com. Toyota, let's go places.
All right, here's a look at the winds for the day today. We're going to pick up and things are going to be quite brisk. It's not going to help much spreading that smoke around, especially coming out of Shelley and Blackfoot, Firth rather. We are going to have some winds pick up with the processing of another front. Now as we get through Saturday morning, here it comes out of the southwest and we'll see some winds straight up 20+ miles an hour with gusts to beyond that and gustier around thunderstorms. It's going to be 27 today in Jackson this evening and 39 tonight into Idaho Falls. Temps for the afternoon will have us towards 60. So we'll be at 59 in Rexburg, 59 in Idaho Falls, and 61 in Blackfoot, 58 in Salmon, and we'll be about 62 degrees in Pocatello for the afternoon. I'm going to show you the winds because this has to do with the fires and the smoke. So with winds this morning out of the southwest ever so light, you're seeing that smoke coverage into Idaho Falls and on over into western Wyoming, and some of it being the densest right there as you head toward the state line. So just know that we're keeping an eye on this. The red areas are fires, controlled burns, and wildfires that have shown up on satellite imagery, but we're going to see some winds today that will make a difference as we get up and get going. If the kids have to go to school today, they're going to sit at the bus stop at 8 o'clock with 35 degrees and a partly sunny skyline. I'll be back with the extended forecast.
All right, thanks so much, Jeff. Does receiving a COVID-19 vaccine prevent you from being a blood donor? Actually, it does not. The American Red Cross says that you need to know the manufacturer of the vaccine you received. You must also be symptom-free, feeling well, and meet other donation eligibility requirements. Blood donations are needed right now, especially from those who are O positive. The Red Cross will be in our region between May 1st and May 15th. You can call them or review their website for times and donation locations. The American Red Cross is announcing that blood banks in the U.S. are starting to move away from COVID-19 antibody screenings and are no longer collecting plasma from survivors. The organization says that they have enough convalescent plasma since vaccinations are up and cases are down. Also, clinical trials are starting to show that the plasma doesn't help that much with COVID-19. Blood banks say that they're now worried about a shortage of regular blood donations since the pandemic has shut down many blood drives. A family in Massachusetts finally got to the bottom of an old family legend by hiring a treasure hunter. ABC's Will Nass sat down with them and found out, and what they found out will blow you away.
Keith Wiley has been hunting treasure since he was a teenager, but this week, something he thought he'd never find.
I'd say this one is at the top.
Keith getting a call from a family in Massachusetts, hoping to put a decades-old rumor to rest. Was there really money hidden somewhere in their house?
The information seemed solid. They just couldn't find it.
The family had looked, they'd hired carpenters to look, but no one had the skill or the stuff.
The other side would be the treasure hunting tools, the mirrors, the lighting, the endoscope, fluoroscope cameras, the metal detection equipment itself.
That state-of-the-art metal detection giving him his first big clue when he began searching in the attic. He marked the spot and grabbed the endoscope camera.
I realized after I focused on it, oh man, this is a keyhole.
Right then and there, I was like, bingo. Everything was true. It's here. They were just looking in the wrong spot.
Does your heart start beating fast? I mean,
yeah. That's an understatement.
Less than 2 hours after he arrived, Keith pulling a lockbox hidden since the 50s from the floorboards of the attic. But what was inside?
When we opened it, the first thing you saw were bank bills and bank straps, like cash.
$46,000 in all, wrapped in original bank straps.
This is what they consider a once-in-a-lifetime find.
He couldn't give specifics, but Keith says this find paid off well for him, too, both professionally and personally. By the way, his advice for the rest of us, if there are rumors of hidden treasure in your home or area, look around. You'd be surprised what you might find. Will Gans, ABC News, New York.
Coming up after the break, Taysom Hill talks about his future in the NFL in your morning Sports Minute. Jeff.
Okay, we're going to check the forecast. I got 8 days all lined up for you. We got some winners, and we got some not so winners.
The reasons to treat yourself to a frozen drink from McDonald's go on and on.
Enjoy a new frozen drink today. Get a small one for $1.59.
What's the difference between good and great? Good is getting a haircut on your schedule. Great is getting it on sale, too. During the Great Haircut Sale at Great Clips, you won't just get the haircut you want for less, you'll get it for our lowest price of the season. And with our easy online check-in app, you'll save time, too. Stop by Great Clips to take advantage of our best sale of the year. But hurry, Great Haircut Sale prices won't last long. The Great Haircut Sale at Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Some days, you just don't have it. Not my uncle, though. He's taking Trulicity for his type 2 diabetes. And now, he's really on his game.
Once weekly Trulicity lowers your A1C by helping your body release the insulin it's already making. Most people reached an A1C under 7%. Plus, Trulicity can lower your risk of cardiovascular events. It can also help you lose up to 10 pounds. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems. Show your world what's truly inside. Ask your doctor about once-weekly Trulicity.
It's spring at Brady's Flat Ranch, East Idaho's best-kept gardening secret. It's a fun trip to our 10 flourishing greenhouses full of hardy, healthy plants grown right here in East Idaho. You're just a short drive from the exceptional experience of Brady's Flat Ranch, a garden center, and so much more.
The Local News 8 Skycam Network is sponsored by
Hands of Hope, Home Health and Hospice, helping make each day count.
When buying, selling, or investing in real estate, contact Jim at jimwindmiller.com. Ashley Home Store. This is home in Twin Falls, Idaho Falls, and Pocatello. Curtis Porter and Adams. Call 500-5000 for a free consultation. And now, your first alert weather.
Here's a setup on the satellite. You can see that low just riding over the top of the pistol tip of Idaho. It's like a big target. So we've got some increasing clouds. That backdoor cold front, you see where it shot through here last night, just there to the east of Idaho Falls, where I told you we would. You got some rain and you got some thunderstorms last night into the early morning hours, and it just kind of dissipated into the mountains. That was quite a shock for some folks, especially the puppies. They didn't know what was going on. Things started shaking and moving. It's like, wait a minute, we haven't heard this in a while. Yep, thunder showers last night and some rain blitzing across the area as we get springtime into full gear this weekend. We're going to see some spring storms around here. It's 36 degrees in Rexburg, and we got an 8-mile-an-hour wind. It feels like it's about 30 miles an hour. The sun will be up this morning around 6:30. The breezes this morning are mainly shifting to the west, and they'll continue to do that and pick up to 20-plus miles an hour today. We've got west-southwesterly winds in Blackfoot at 4 miles an hour. A lot of this is carrying that smoke and haze to the north and the northeast as it rounds through the valley. South-southwesterly winds in Pocatello at 6. Winds out of the northeast at 6 in Idaho Falls. And you'll hit the bus stop with partly cloudy conditions. Kiddos, the cheese wagon awaits with 35 degrees at about 8 o'clock. Go learn something. I put the fires and the winds together, and you can see the plume from that lava spring fire, right? What is it? Lava side? It's lava side. In Firth, and so saluting those first responders and all of you helping out there. We don't want that on our neighbors at any time. So this morning, the front is just to the northeast of us, and we've got some snow showers that have pushed into Montana and western Wyoming. We'll build the clouds up into tomorrow morning early. Tomorrow afternoon seems to be the big problem. We're going to have winds and thunderstorms and a pretty gusty day. We're also going to mix in the snow for the central mountains and other mountain communities as it wraps around. But it's just going to be a mess of an afternoon. I'm sorry about that. It's going to take a break tomorrow night, and then we'll do it again on Sunday with a little less intensity, but still with snow and rain mixed in together for the majority of the viewing community. All right, so we get into the winds and we get into what we can expect with that, and you're going to see gusty, the potential pretty good for the afternoon, especially when we get towards storms on Saturday. 30-mile-an-hour wind gusts and beyond, even into Sunday. We'll pick the winds up too. Not quite as much, but still just a messy weekend, just enough to, you know, it's like throwing paint up against a wall and doing that splatter thing they do in Rexburg. Have you seen that? Splatter Camp, or what's the name of that place? I want to go do that. Yeah. It will be 59 today in Idaho Falls, 50 in Driggs. It will be 51 in Jackson, and the sun will be partially hidden, but I think it's going to be bright to begin with. So we start to cloud up again, just like we did yesterday, and we'll have the front push through. It'll be 58 in Arco, 57 in Du Bois, 49 for Island Park. Now, when we start tomorrow, here's the cold air in place, 29 Driggs, 27 Jackson, 39 in Blackfoot, 42 in Pocatello, and that cold air and warm air get together later on, and that's when we start just having a blast. Yeah, we'll have disco lights going. We do have a chance of some thunder showers at any moment, obviously with this backdoor cold front residue that's here, but it looks like it's going to be breezy and stormy on into Saturday afternoon for Idaho Falls, and even cloudier with a lingering chance of storms into Monday. So you see how we're on this temperature roller coaster from the upper 50s back down to 50 to freezing on Tuesday morning, and we'll try to turn up the thermometer again. We'll get you back up into the 60s by the end of next week. Let's just hope this pattern doesn't develop so that we see it every weekend. Not what Daddy won't. Don't do it. Sunny and then a few more clouds building today. It'll be 62. It'll be dark this morning when you get up in Pocatello. Someone at the Farm Bureau needs to plug the camera back in for me when you get over here. I'll send you a blow pop. 42 tonight, 59 to 53, and we'll take the temps down and bring the thunder up. Blackfoot 61 today, and then we bring in the chance of storms Saturday and Sunday, lingering to Monday, but with the return of sun. Rexburg, boom, 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 and then shake the room. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, we'll be in the, who sang that song? Wasn't that Will Smith? Yeah. Boom, and then shake the room. Yeah, boom, boom, shake the room. Pardon us while I'll give it a 72, Dick. It's got a beat, and you can dance to it. 58 with more clouds and salmon today at the top end, and 57 with a 40 to then 70% chance of storms into the weekend. Overnight lows will retreat to below freezing, and in Jackson, I just did. 51 with the sunshine to begin with, and 27 tonight. It will be in the upper 40s for Sunday and Monday with storm chances. Maybe mix that with a few snowflakes too if you're lucky. And yeah, get on out and get stuff done today, Linda.
Yeah, today. Right. Thanks so much, Jeff.
Sports now.
Yeah, we're checking sports. Let's check in with Adrian. He's got some information on Taysom Hill.
Good morning. Highland High School product Taysom Hill finally thinks he has a shot of becoming the starting quarterback for the New Orleans Saints this year. Taysom is set to be in a quarterback battle with Jameis Winston. Hill stepped in to be the starter for 4 games while Drew Brees was injured. Brees has retired, and now the BYU alum says his focus is on being a full-time quarterback and not on being a Swiss Army knife.
I think the mindset's different where, hey, Drew went down, you're called in to step in and really just do everything you can to not really mess it up, right, as a backup. And that was my mindset. I think the mindset shifts when you become the guy, and that's something that I'm looking forward to, you know, because last year it was always like a means to an end, like, hey, when is Drew going to be healthy and when is he going to be ready, because your time is then over. So I think it's a different mindset and something I'm looking forward to.
Idaho State announced that women's basketball head coach Seton Sobolewski has signed a 5-year extension. His new deal comes after the women's basketball team had one of its best seasons ever. The Bengals won both the Big Sky regular and tournament championships, and they also appeared in the NCAA tournament. Sobolewski can earn over $200,000 a year if you meet certain bonuses. For your morning sports update, I'm Adrian Luevano.
Thanks, Adrian. When we return, see the twist ending that took place during a relay race in Utah.
Jet, toss me the Frisbee.
I could do you one better, with cheddar. Everything's better with cheddar, like my new 2 for $5 cheddar biscuit breakfast sandwiches with cheddar baked right in. Only at Jack in the Box.
When life calls for necessary add-ons, your home can pitch in to help with a new home equity line of credit from D.L. Evans Bank. This is living on a whole new level. This is community banking.
The final days are here, and that means Ford Truck Month is coming to a close. It's your last chance to get a great deal on Ford Ranger, Ford Super Duty, and the all-new 2021 Ford F-150. So hurry, because this is one show you don't want to miss. During the final days, lease a 2021 F-150 for just $399 a month, plus get complimentary maintenance through Ford Pass Rewards only at your local Ford stores.
It's time to get your grill on. I'm Liza Rayleigh for Grand Peaks Prime Meats. Get restaurant quality cuts of beef, chicken, and pork from your local neighborhood butcher. Try the family grilling package with 12 big smoky franks, 8 quarter-pound beef patties, 4 flat iron steaks, 4 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breasts, 4 boneless pork chops, and 2 pounds of thick-cut bacon. Or try the barbecue package with pork spare ribs, bone-in pork chops, ribeye steaks, and more. Order today at gpprimemeats.com.
Hi, I'm Janine Golightly, and I'm a real Bell Medical patient. I'm a mother of 3 grown children. I've been active all my life, but I reached a certain point where I just couldn't get that one spot to go away until I found Bell Medical. Check out my full story at mybellstory.com.
Make breakfast better with cheddar. My new cheddar biscuit breakfast sandwiches with cheese baked right into the biscuit, hickory smoked bacon or grilled sausage, and a freshly cracked egg. Get 2 for $5. Only at Jack in the Box.
All right, take a look at this. They start out, it looks like a normal race, right? We don't see anything too unusual here until, watch what happens. We have a new contestant that has entered the race, and it's making a break for it. It's making a break for it. It's closing fast, and yeah, it's gonna pull off the win. A track meet in Utah got a surprise competitor during the 2021 Grizzly Invitational. In Logan, a dog decided it wanted to get in on the action, stealing first place.
What is that dog's name?
Yeah,
Do we have
I don't
a name
know.
on this
We should have a
contestant?
dog. That dog won the race.
I bet it's Toro Jr.
Yeah,
there you go.
He's headed to state. Yeah, he
And the
is.
4 legs are not fair.
Nope,
That's
nope,
not
nope.
good.
There he goes,
Give
man.
him a kiss on the A, baby.
He's fast, too. All right, we'll be back right after this.